Hello and shalom. Hope is well. It's almost 11 o'clock here. Just got done doing my daily devotion. It's Proverb 13 because today is July 13th, so it coincides. And one thing I learned is that when you choose the way of evil, it has its way of coming back to haunt the person. Now, God disciplines those that He loves. And God loves you after all. He created you. The question is, do you love God in return? Most people will choose not to. Few will choose God through Yeshua. It says in the Bible, great is the road that leads to destruction, and narrow is the straight and narrow path along those lines. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about all that's going on. Everything that's going on, the COVID shutdown, the economy, all the hardship. It comes down between choosing God and what's holy over choosing the world, the mundane, Satan's dominion. You have a choice. You can choose God or you can choose Satan. And I hope that you do choose God. Remember, despite how hard things are getting, God is always in control. So please choose God through Yeshua, His Son, Jesus Christ. Yeshua in Hebrew. So I've had conversations with some of my coworkers and a buddy of mine. It's midway through July. End of July, they could cut off the unemployment, or even if they don't, reduce it to 300, as someone has mentioned. Regardless, it is a reduction, and a lot of people, that 50% drop will not be enough to cover all their expenses between rent, food, bills and utilities, all the other necessities that they need to cover. And a coworker that he's on that not coworker but former coworker when I used to work at the Daily Republic um, newspaper printing press. He used to work I think 5 or 6 days a week because that's how often they printed. But since then they have reduced to printing only 2 times a week. So he only goes in 2 times a week. So that's how he got his unemployment. He was telling me that when it comes to it, then it stopped. That's when he'll go look for a job. Like Randy, you're married, you have 3 kids. One of them lives with you, and the other two, the older boys, live with their mom. But regardless, he is making child alimony payments to the mother. But you cannot wait till the last minute when your unemployment cuts off to turn around and try to get a job, because at that point other people in the community will have been looking for a job and you're going to be battering them to get the job. So he's roughly got 3 weeks and is setting himself up for a failure, because this money that the government is giving you, it's money that the government doesn't even have to begin with. Whenever you print money and nothing is backing up, you're just increasing the inflation. That's why things here in America is getting harder to live. Most people actually can't afford to live. That's why most people are in debt. So how do you take care of things? There's a lot of things that you can do. First and foremost, get right with God. Strengthen your relationship in Him. You need to have a personal relationship with God. Some things they can start doing right away is get more food and water. Solidify your network of community, your family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, your network. Because when things really get bad, and it's going to, okay, mathematically, historically, things are going to get really nasty here in America. You're not going to be able to do it alone. You're going to need to help other people, and in turn, they're going to need to help you. So start connecting with people, okay? Solidify your network of people. If you have the money, get gold and silver, because if you look at when a country goes through depression, the government fiat currency goes down, but gold and silver always goes up. And you can turn around, and if you need to purchase land, you can get more with your precious metal, gold and silver. And I get that a lot of people don't have that extra money. If you do have extra money, make sure you have your food and water secured first and foremost, okay? Anything extra, you can get precious metals, which is I have. And along with that, if you're comfortable enough with cryptocurrency, you can. So I got started in cryptocurrency mid 2016 and gold and silver about midway of 2013 and been in it since. If you can, get a firearms. I mentioned this before in my previous posts, but I highly suggest you follow up on it. Time check. Okay, doing good on it. If you are in a leadership position with your church or your synagogue, you need to lead people to God. Keep them on that straight and narrow path. Please do not shut down. When you shut down, you're telling society that, yeah, we're important, but we're not that important to stay open. You really gotta be open, especially in a time like this. This is something that most people have never gone through before. Many people are scared, they're depressed, they're nervous. It's a lot of uncertainty. And a lot of them who are atheists or agnostic, many are starting to wonder what is going on, and they're looking for an answer. And that answer is a spiritual answer. What this country, this world is going through is a spiritual devoid, and that's something no amount of politics is going to fix. Okay? Get right standing with God. Take care of your body, because your body houses a soul. Okay? Now I know as human beings we're sinners, and examine yourself on a daily basis. Every one of us we're sinners. We fall temptation to pride, but keep your pride in check. Okay? Because as the saying goes, it says its biblical roots, pride comes before the fall. So when you're swelled up with pride, at some point you're gonna fall from grace. Okay? So better to be meek and humble. Okay? For the meek shall inherit the earth. And we are called to have a humble spirit, not out of arrogance. People are turned off by it. It may be something that American society for some reason emphasize, but what the world likes, is it necessarily biblical? Oftentimes it's not. Okay? So get in right standing with God. Thank you very much for listening. I'm very grateful. I hope this reaches you. I hope it touches you. And I hope you can get better from it. Alright. Baruch Hashem. God bless.